couche on it, right? And this is where the baguettes are going to rise or proof. And then I have my pre-shaped baguette. So this is the rectangle or cylinder pre-shape that we're going to do. We did last week, we're going to do again this week. And they've been resting for about 15 minutes. So every time you handle the dough, there's always a rest or relaxation period. And that's really, really important with the baguette, because if we don't let the dough relax between pre-shaping and shaping, it's going to be very difficult to elongate. Right? So that's important. If you find when you go to shape your baguette that you elongate it, it shrinks back, or it tears, or it's incredibly difficult to elongate, let it relax more. Let it relax more. So I lift the dough up with my scraper, turn it over into the flour, bring it towards me. So this part of the bench has no flour. I don't want it shaped in flour. Degas, 1, 2, 3, and I fold up once, and then I fold down. So I have a seam in the center, and then my thumb, most people it's going to be your right hand. For me, it's my left hand. I put my left hand in that seam, that crease, and I pull the dough over my left thumb with the same hand. So this is one-handed, right? This happens with the same hand. There's a tendency to use the other hand and pull it over, and you're going to squash the dough when you do that. So here you pull it over with the same hand, and the other hand comes in, very upright. Use the base of your palm, and you press down. Very gentle as you can, and that's going to preserve the cylindrical nature of the baguette shape. The more round it is at every step, the more round and upright it's going to be at the end, the more volume it's going to get. So I came down halfway, stick my thumb again in that crease or seam, pull it over my thumb with the same hand. The other hand comes in to just get that turn to stay. Gentle, gentle, gentle. If your hand is very upright, you're actually touching the minimum of the dough that you can. If your hand is flat, you're going to flatten out this top cylinder. Your baguette is going to be more flat. Right? Third time, thumb in that crease, right where the seam is. This time I'm going to seal the seam, so I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with how much force I put downward. And that's my cylinder. That's the end of the first phase. The second phase is the elongated, make it longer. Cup your hands over the baguette, press down as you expand your hands, and that will elongate the baguette. Check it to see if it's relatively even. If it's 23 or 24 inches, then you're going to turn it over to see that the seam is in the center of the bottom. Rotate it, and then it goes on the couche. And then we make a pleat. A pleat should be a little bit taller than your